Right, so I like to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakak, Wadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. So I want to go out this, Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no nor ever shall be. And that was something that I mentioned in the last video, is that America have never went to a dollar collapse, a currency collapse. America never experienced that. It might have experienced a Great Depression, a recession, and those things, but a dollar collapse it have not been through. Now there's a lot of economics and other people who study and situation or scenarios like that who explain that what will happen during a dollar collapse is that, look, there will be no banks. Like pulling out your money will be impossible because there will be a massive bank collapse, right? There will be no purchasing of food, of water. There will be no purchasing of anything, because in order to make a transaction anyway, everything pretty much goes through a bank. So if the banks are not up and running, then there's no way you will be able to make a purchase, right? The dollar collapse really means a dollar collapse, and you people are about to go you about to go through a lot of hell when this dollar really does collapse. And there's been many articles out there that's explaining these things to come. But guess what? The American people ain't paying attention. You might, and again, I said it in the last video, you might have a minute, small amount of people that's paying attention, but not a majority of them are not. A majority of them are worried about the fashion of this world. They're worried about building a family. They're worried about getting the perfect guy or getting the perfect girl, or going to the gym and getting that good looking body, or going to the getting ready for the summer to go to the beach and try to look good and get the honeys and the chicks. And that's what these people are worried about. They're worried about the clubbings. They're worried about committing adultery. This is what these people are thinking about, not knowing that they're about to go through the greatest tribulation that this place have ever seen, man, or ever been through. America have never suffered as other nations have, but it's about to, man. It's really about to go through something that these people have never would have thought that they would experience, man. When you got people busting on down your door to get food, when you got people fighting over water, or look, um, I forget where it's at right now, but there's a water crisis that's happening, and I forget where it's at, but there's a water crisis that's happening, and where that train derailment happened, where the chemicals leaked into the water. I forget where it was at. But guess what, man? People are right now and still doing it, rushing to the stores to pull water off the shelves to put in their carts to take home. Because guess what? They can't drink the water out there, man. So people are going through it. When the C-19 hit, what happened? People were rushing to get tissue and shit. So when these people go through a crisis, they quick to react, because these people don't really know. They really never experience what it means to go through such a difficult time. Like, they literally had to take the stores and put like some type of limit or restriction on people, because people was going in there just grabbing shit off the shelves and paying for it and leaving nothing for nobody else, man. That reminds me, oh man, you know what? And I was going through that movie today, actually, man, at work. That that goes into that movie Platform. Platform is a good movie to watch, because it shows what happens when people are bagged into a corner, man. These are people that they took this test. So pretty much, I believe the main character that they had in the movie, I believe he wanted like a high school diploma or something like that. So they used that to get him to go to the platform. So if he completed the platform at a certain amount of time, I believe it was like a week or something like that, I forget, then they would have gave him the high school diploma and then let him go. But what was happening is that when they stayed on these platforms, it was two to a platform. But the platforms had like at least over 200 floors. So they will fill the platform with like food and water and everything. And this was the only thing they had to eat. So these people, not being able to trust each other or anything like that, they rushed to the platform. They would eat all the food and drink all the water and everything like that to fill their own bellies. And then some of them even get disrespectful and spit on the platform and do all sorts of, disgusting things to the platform so nobody else wouldn't eat. So when people are bagged into the corner, they're willing to make other people suffer. That's why when this comes, it's going to be beautiful, man. To us anyway, it's going to be beautiful. Because all you proud ass devils, all you proud ass people, you really going to suffer. And a lot of you are going to suffer by your own fucking hands, man. A lot of y'all going to suffer by your own hands. I'm telling you, that movie platform is perfect, man. Because these people are demons, man. These people are demons. These people, man, they was rushing in the stores. They was grabbing all the tissue for themselves. Then even now, they're rushing in the stores, grabbing all the water for themselves and trying not to leave nothing for nobody else. Esau shows this shit in his movies, man. He shows this in his movies. Let me read this one more time, then I'll jump to Timothy's, right? So it says, Matthew 24:21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. Right? So let's get this right here, man. This is what is that? First Timothy's second. I don't know why I keep thinking of First Timothy's. Second Timothy's 3:1. This known also that in the last days perilous times shall come. When you look up that word perilous, it means dangerous times, dangerous and or troubled times. The scriptures talk about troubled times coming into the world. Great tribulation that we just read in Matthew 24. Great tribulation shall come into the world. This is what's happening. There's people being let go almost every day. People are being laid off almost every day. We just went into the Lucid Motors company. We went into McDonald's, Amazon. What else? Amazon, Tesla. And there's more companies out there letting people go. These big companies out here is letting people go, man. And people are feeling it, man. They feeling it because it's not when you're having a crisis like this, to get let go from one job and then to try to go to another one is almost nearly impossible. Because if these jobs are letting you go, what makes you think these other jobs ain't letting some of their employees go? Then you got another thing that affects this is minimum wage is going up. Minimum wage is like what, $13.85. They're constantly printing. They're purposely trying to collapse this dollar. You can see it, man. America has hit its debt limit, right? So they're more likely going to default on the debt. They raised up the interest rates. Things are getting real bad. Any day now you could wake up to a state of emergency, man. All banks are shut down. Guess what? You're not going to work. Why go to work? It will be no point. The jobs won't be able to access the banks to make the deals because customers have to call the companies and say, I want to set up a deal to get this, that, and the third. Well, it's going to cost you this. You might have to put down a down payment And then all of that is all those transactions is made through banks. If the banks are shut down, that's it. There will be no work. Matter of fact, I'm going to come back to this Timothy's. Let me get this, man. If I didn't already get it. John 9:4. I must work, and this is Yahushua speaking. I must work the works of him that sent me, which who sent Yahushua? Yahweh, which cuts the Trinity doctrine. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is day. It says the night cometh when no man can work. Why is the scriptures talking about the night cometh where no man can work? Why is the scriptures prophesying about that? Because we're coming to that point. We're coming to that point to where no man can work. I'm telling you, and I said it again, and I'll say it again. They're letting people go every day. Every day people are getting let go and laid off, man. Jobs are actually slowing their work progression. You will notice that at one point you was making all this overtime, and then all of a sudden your job is like, we only want you out for 8 hours. Jobs are going to start doing that, man. Jobs are going to start doing that. And then you don't think that these owners, and they sit around with the rest of their employees at a table talking about the situation that's taking place with the banks and everything like that. Like, these businesses have to start preparing for these banks to crash. More banks are crashing. We just, in the last video, we just read about banks being closed in Arizona, man. So things are getting bad real fast. So again, going back into that 2 Timothy's, the 3rd chapter, it says, this known also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Hey, and like I said, man, we can't wait. We can't wait until these things begin to happen. You proud ass people, man. You people, you some proud motherfucking people. Every day waking up to just look at your damn faces is annoying, man. I remember watching a video one time, man. This was a video maybe a year, 2 years ago. And this dude said America's dollar would never collapse because once it's the currency of the world. He said, and America just keep printing money. This is how I know this was a proud Edomite devil. That was a proud Edomite devil to say that. Because now what would you have to say? Now knowing that the BRICS nation, which is China, Russia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, etc., if they're doing away with the dollar to create their own economic financial structure, then what the fuck was you talking about? So what is the U.S. gonna do now? They're gonna have no choice but to do a great reset. They're gonna have no choice but to collapse everything and get rid of the dollar and bring in this new digital system. So what the hell are you talking about? This is why I say you people are stupid and clueless, man. You don't know what the hell is going on. Bro, matter of fact, I just watched a podcast with Fresh and Fit like last week of this U.S. Marine, whoever the hell he was, talking about America is one of the most powerful nations in the world or something like that. And America could fight China and Russia at the same time and still win. Like, this dude was so proud, man. I was like, yeah, unbelievable. Like, well, first of all, Russia holds the most nuclear missiles in the world, right? And don't get it twisted. Just because you think they out there losing against Ukraine, that's not really happening, man. You really gonna tell me that Russia is out there with their full arsenal? They're out there with their full arsenal, just duking it up with the Ukrainians, man. Come on, man. You know you always hold the best. You always hold the best for last, man. The best is going to be used on the NATO nation. This war, World War III, is going to happen indefinite. Look, they're already in a form of World War III. This is already happening. everything is the only thing that's happening at this point is that everything is escalating. It's escalating to that point, man. Right, but I'm gonna end it from there and say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah, Quadash, the bonds, the apostles, and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work. In truth and sincerity, I like to say Shalom.